Okay, so hello. We're here at Kenobi episode 5. Wow. I did not expect this at all. And it there's a reason I didn't expect it. It's cuz it's wholly retarded. But we'll just get into it. First, before I start my review of the episode, I wanted to share just a little silliness from episode 4 that I completely forgot to mention. I remember watching, I was like, you can't you can't be fucking serious. Come on, why are we doing this? But lo and behold, it happened. So I'll show the clip. But yeah, that scene is just hilarious. I mean, come on. there's nothing more you could say about it other than it's just stupid and funny. You can't, like, what are we doing when clone troopers can get smacked around by a 5'2" woman and just basically die. Whatever. All right, we'll get into the episode. First of all, first off, all right, episode 5. The first half, pretty much, I shouldn't even say the first half. Pretty much all of it is wholly boring. Just a lot of monologuing and a lot of creating a plan to try and escape the place where I don't even know what to call these guys. Just Obi-Wan and his rebel pals. They're not rebels technically. They're just an organization that helps Jedi, and they smuggle Jedi and like other kids and stuff. They don't have an actual name. I don't know how to refer to them. So I was Obi-Wan's friends, whatever. Just call them that. They're just there, literally trying to make a plan to get out and escape. And that's most of the episode up until the end. Within that like boring section of the episode though, there's like a lot. There's wholly like all right. There's like stupid monologuing from both like Reva and Obi-Wan, and it's not interesting in the slightest. There's talking of like a betrayal. Other other than that, we do find like the plot point. Like yes, everybody predicted this though that like Reva was a youngling, from the Order 66. We found out that she did survive Order 66 somehow. It appears though that like she was slashed or killed by Anakin, and this is why she knows Vader is Anakin. But it's not completely like um how would I say, it's not completely like we don't see it happen. It's just sort of implied, but because she's alive, right? But it doesn't make sense though, because there's a scene where like Anakin goes to slash at her and she makes a pain face, but she's alive. That was in the past, right? So she's alive now. So what did that mean? Uh, whatever. I get it might be like some sort of parallel between um what happened then and now her supposed death. She's not actually dead in the end of this episode. Jesus, she should be. Jeez, that's another crazy thing. All right, one thing I did like. I did like the nostalgia of seeing like finally we get to see Hayden Christensen's face in this episode, and he's just having like a friendly little duel with Obi-Wan, and he's still Padawan at this stage, even though he's wearing like the Revenge of Sith suit, because he has the like the Padawan knot on his head. That's how we know he's a Padawan. Um, anyway, that was a nice little section. It wasn't like I think in total it was maybe like 3 minutes of their fight. Um, but it was like sprinkled out through the whole episode. I would have liked it maybe. I understand why they did it, because the parallel between like what's happening now and in the past of like how Anakin is a little reckless and a little hot-headed when he attacks people. It's the whole. Just watch the episode. I don't. I don't want to explain it all. The thematic themes, all right, of of Anakin being reckless and Obi-Wan trying to be the master, teaching him no, you got to be patient. It's the way of the Jedi. Whatever. We all know this bullshit. It's easy to understand. Um, and there's nothing like too deep into it. It's just nice seeing, I guess, Hayden Christensen finally back at the saddle as Anakin. He is old. Like you see his face, I'm like, wow, Christian, you Hayden, you got old, man. I mean, it's been like 15 years. Like, I guess so. But he looks a little worse than like Ian McGregor. Ian McGregor looks almost basically the same, just like longer hair. But Hayden, you can noticeably tell like his face. Oh yeah, I can see the gravity is drowned down on you a little bit there, buddy. I'm sorry. Unfortunate. Age is a bitch. Anyway, yeah. So that was okay. Nothing too special. That lightsaber fight, thank fuck, it was like not as horrible as the first one. And the choreography seemed more steady and better. There wasn't they weren't fast though. Maybe I can't expect these like old guys to like be fast anymore. They just can't do that water dancing stuff. They're old now. They're like in their 40s. I think Ewan is like in his 50s. So that's a shame. So I would have liked to see some more choreography of that from the prequels. It's like it was one of the things that were like okay in those movies, but whatever. All right, let's just get to the main plot point, the crazy shit that I can't believe happened. Um, while Reva and Obi-Wan are monologuing to each other, Obi-Wan's trying to convince her to betray Darth Vader, and because she wants to kill Darth Vader because she killed all the younglings, blah blah blah, that gay shit. See, he somehow convinces her to do it, I guess. Obi-Wan and pals, they escape on a ship, a decoy ship. Vader comes down. This is crazy too. I did not think like Vader was this powerful. Like I thought because in the comics, I thought that I'm not sure if this is lore accurate, but because like of the suit, he is not as powerful in the Force, and like he's more cyborg now, so he doesn't have living tissue. So using the Force through his like a cybernetic body is harder to do. Someone will elaborate that somewhere. I'll try and look that up after this, I guess. Anyway, he stops a ship like just like point blank, like a ship going into hyperspace. He fucking stops it, brings it back down, and just like obliterates it with the Force. Finds out no one's on there. Oh, it was a decoy. Obi-Wan and the gang, they get back up, they escape basically, and this is when Reva just attacks him. She makes a stupid before she attacks him, just to make things easier. Doesn't matter though. At the end, they have like their little fight, and like okay, this isn't bad. The fight wasn't bad. Well, if I'm comparing it to the first fight in Episode 3, this fight's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Like specifically the way Vader moves, he's like sidestepping like Reva's like strike somehow. Like again, he has a cybernetic body. I wouldn't think him to be as like agile as he once was, right? He's more of a machine now than man, correct? So he's got to be more clunky in the way he moves. The way he's moving here in this fight with Reva, he's like way faster. I gotta say though, I did enjoy him punking the shit out of her. he was absolutely manhandling her. He was slapping her ass all across the floor and everything, using the Force to like his advantage to stop her lightsaber. Like, all right, Vader being destructive, Vader being cool. I like that. That's something I like. I'm surprised. I like part of this episode. It's nothing like substantial in any way to like towards the plot or anything. It's just, I'll take what I can get. Right? I'll take what I can get. So yeah, maybe I don't think I can show that fight scene. I'll get like a huge copyright claim for sure, I bet. But yeah, watch the episode. You'll just see like Vader like just punking her ass, and it's hilarious. Anyway, he kills her or stabs her in the stomach with a lightsaber, but it doesn't kill her. And this is the crazy shit. I couldn't believe it fucking happened. The Grand Inquisitor from Episode 2 pops out of nowhere. Says something about how revenge helped me to survive. And he's alive, and he's monologuing to Reva while she's dying on the ground. It's so fucking hilarious. I couldn't fucking believe it. But so okay, so that means they didn't retcon Rebels. Rebels is canon, but then how are you alive, Grand Inquisitor? You got fucking stabbed. Look at this.
Really think I let you take all the credit? Who's in the gutter now?
How are you alive? You shouldn't be alive. You got stabbed. What does that mean? Are fucking Jedi Force users immortal now? Does getting stabbed not kill you? At the Reva gets stabbed, and towards literally the end of the episode, she sees the transmission from Bail Organa talking about Luke on Tatooine, acting like she's gonna get up and go there. How do you survive that? This is Maul all over again. You know how Maul got chopped in half? He should have been dead immediately. You know how Palpatine fucking exploded? He exploded twice and came back. People are immortal in Star Wars. Whatever the plot we need it to be, people just be immortal. Okay, okay. The stabbing, cutting in halves, explosions. You're fine. Don't worry about it. In fact, if you get stabbed, cut in half, or explode, you'll probably come back stronger than you did before you were. That's how funny this shit is. I couldn't fucking believe it. Oh my god. Wow. I can't. Oh my god. I think I know a lot of people that I watch on YouTube are probably predicting that Reva's gonna go to Tatooine, think about killing Luke, or presenting him to Vader in some way to come back in the Inquisitors. I don't know, but but then they're like, oh no, she wouldn't do that. She's not going to. That may be true. That may or may not be true. I, time will only tell, guys. I mean, I I'm thinking, but I don't. The next episode is the last episode. We're almost done. This is it. This is the end of the miniseries. Um, I'll say my final thoughts, I guess, for the final episode. Maybe I won't go into it. Anyway, yeah, this episode is funny. I enjoyed the Vader bits. It was better than what happened in episode 3. I felt like he acted more like Vader in some way. Or I guess he acted more like Anakin, even though it's been 10 years. You know, his character, he should have been more like Vader. Like, Anakin is secondary to Vader as a person. Like, you know, like in the OT, Vader was far more patient and destructive in ways. You can see inklings of that maybe in this episode, but there's a lot of Anakin in this episode too. Like as his personality is still affecting Vader as an entity. Actually, we're like talking to them like about this way because technically Anakin is a separate entity from Vader. Like they describe it that way in the movies. Vader is separate from Anakin, but Anakin still has influences over Vader. It's very confusing. I think that's it. Whatever. I'm gonna give this episode a big thumbs down though. Still, I can't just revive the Grand Inquisitor. What the fuck? They unretconned the retcon. Unbelievable. What else are they gonna do? All right, that's it. You guys have a good day. See ya.